this, there's a heavy blue, one to love and one to lose. Sweet divine, the heavy true.
Viewers are calling it the kind of performance that would stop the entire AGT arena cold. In recent days, singer Lucy Thomas has once again captured the internet's attention as her latest vocal showcase continues to surge across social platforms. While the young British vocalist has never stepped onto the America's Got Talent stage, her newest performance has sparked a wave of reactions typically reserved for primetime competition shows. The clip, released on her official YouTube channel, features Thomas delivering a deeply emotional rendition that has quickly amassed hundreds of thousands of views, along with comments comparing the moment to the high-pressure environment of AGT's live rounds. What stands out to most viewers is the level of vocal maturity she brings to the performance, displaying control, clarity, and resonance that many seasoned performers spend years trying to develop. Industry watchers say this sudden spike in engagement is no fluke. Thomas has been steadily building her audience since first appearing on The Voice Kids UK in 2018, and her growth has been accelerated by the consistent quality of her studio-style music videos. The latest response has reignited a recurring conversation among fans. Would Lucy Thomas dominate on America's Got Talent if she ever chose to compete? While the singer herself has not addressed the topic publicly, the mounting enthusiasm around her viral appearance suggests that many viewers see her as more than capable of commanding a major televised stage. This renewed interest also highlights the shifting relationship between traditional talent shows and independent online creators, as audiences increasingly treat YouTube performances with the same intensity once reserved for television premieres. And as conversations continue to swirl, one question remains central to the debate. How far could Lucy go if she ever brought her voice to an arena of that scale? A growing chorus of supporters believes Lucy Thomas isn't just ready for AGT, she's long overdue for it. As her latest viral performance gains momentum, a noticeable trend has emerged across comment sections, reaction videos, and fan forums. Viewers are actively campaigning for Lucy Thomas to make an appearance on America's Got Talent. This movement isn't new, but following her recent surge in visibility, the call has become significantly louder. Thousands of fans have expressed that her vocal range, emotional delivery, and on-camera presence make her a standout talent who could compete on a global stage. Even outside her core audience, casual viewers discovering her music for the first time are echoing the sentiment, often remarking that her performance felt like a golden buzzer moment. While this phrase is typically used to highlight AGT contestants who exceed expectations, its application to an independent artist underscores the impact she is having beyond traditional entertainment platforms. Music analysts note that Thomas's consistent ability to evoke strong emotional reactions is a primary reason her supporters are so invested in seeing her on a competitive show. Her voice, often described as cinematic and ethereal, taps into a kind of storytelling that resonates deeply with listeners. And with talent show alumni frequently transitioning into major careers, fans see AGT as a natural next step that could push Thomas into mainstream recognition. Still, despite the mounting pressure from her audience, the 19-year-old has remained focused on her studio work and YouTube releases, offering no direct indication of future participation. Yet the public conversation continues to intensify, raising speculation about whether producers of AGT are paying attention. If the buzz continues at its current pace, it may only be a matter of time before the idea shifts from fan request to a legitimate entertainment headline. What she did in that performance isn't just impressive, it's the kind of control that vocal coaches point to as rare. Following the surge of attention on Lucy Thomas's newest release, several vocal experts have weighed in on the technical elements behind her standout sound. In recent interviews and online analyses, Professionals in the music community have highlighted the precision with which she navigates difficult melodic passages, noting her ability to shift between soft, breathy textures and powerful, sustained high notes with remarkable fluidity. This combination gives her performances their signature emotional depth, often making listeners feel as though they are witnessing a live theatrical moment rather than a recorded studio session. One vocal coach described her resonance as surprisingly mature for her age, pointing out that she executes techniques, such as forward placement and controlled vibrato, that many singers spend years refining. The clarity of her diction, a detail frequently acknowledged by viewers, adds to the accessibility of her style, ensuring that every lyric carries its intended emotional weight. Music producers have also commented on her ability to fill a room with sound without sacrificing tonal purity, a balance that can be challenging for younger artists still developing their breath support. Beyond technical evaluation, experts agree that Thomas has developed an identifiable artistic identity, which sets her apart from other emerging singers. Rather than leaning into current trends, she remains consistent with a timeless, cinematic approach that appeals to multi-generational audiences. This level of discipline has likely contributed to the viral nature of her latest performance, drawing praise not only from fans but also from professionals who rarely comment on online talent. As more specialists continue to examine her work, the consensus is becoming clear. Lucy Thomas isn't simply gaining traction due to social media algorithms. She's earning recognition through sheer technical skill. Some viewers say Lucy Thomas could stand beside the most iconic vocals in talent show history and hold her own. In the aftermath of her viral performance, comparisons have been drawn between Lucy Thomas and several of the most memorable singers to emerge from televised talent competitions over the past 2 decades. While these parallels are speculative, fans argue that the emotional resonance of her delivery places her in the same category as performers who achieved worldwide fame after their breakout moments. Social media threads are filled with references to historic auditions, performances that brought audiences to tears, shocked judges, or created instant viral sensations. Viewers who revisit those iconic moments often find themselves mentioning Thomas in the same breath, suggesting that her voice evokes the same sense of authenticity and vulnerability that define those breakthrough performances. Industry analysts caution that such comparisons are subjective, yet acknowledge that her ability to consistently evoke strong emotional reactions parallels the impact that well-known talent show stars once had on international audiences. The difference, however, lies in the platform. Thomas is building this legacy independently, without the amplified visibility of a weekly televised program. This shift in trajectory highlights a changing entertainment landscape where online audiences play a significant role in identifying and elevating emerging artists. Her recent surge in popularity demonstrates how digital platforms now rival traditional television in influence and reach. And as more viewers discover her catalog, the comparisons continue to grow, with some predicting that if she ever chose to appear on AGT or a similar platform, she could replicate the same level of cultural impact. Whether or not she takes that step, one thing remains evident. Lucy Thomas is entering a unique category of artists who achieve talent show-level buzz without ever entering the competition. Reports show that many viewers were brought to tears, not by production tricks, but by Lucy's raw storytelling on camera. As reactions to her latest performance continue to spread, one consistent theme has emerged. The emotional intensity of her delivery is leaving a lasting impression on viewers across demographics. Comments on her video describe experiences of unexpected tears, with many viewers crediting the authenticity of her voice as the primary factor. Unlike performances that rely heavily on complex staging or dramatic lighting, Thomas's approach is remarkably simple. She stands before the microphone with minimal visual embellishment, allowing her voice to carry the entire emotional arc. Experts suggest that this stylistic restraint creates a more intimate experience, making listeners feel as if they are being addressed personally. This is particularly effective in ballads and classical influence pieces, where emotional clarity is critical. The performance also benefits from subtle production choices, including gentle orchestration and precise audio mixing, that enhances the warmth of her tone without overshadowing it. Social media researchers note that emotional responses in comment sections are often associated with strong viewer retention, helping explain the video's rapid rise across platforms. As these reactions spread, they create a ripple effect, drawing more attention to the performance and adding to the narrative that Lucy Thomas possesses a rare ability to move listeners on a deep, personal level. This phenomenon is not new for her. Past releases have triggered similar responses, but the scale of the current reaction has reached a new peak, prompting renewed discussions about her long-term potential. And with the emotional momentum building, many are beginning to wonder what the next chapter of her artistic evolution might bring. Analysts say Lucy Thomas may be entering a career-defining moment, and the numbers back it up. The widespread attention generated by her most recent vocal showcase is prompting discussions about Lucy Thomas's future in the music industry. With her subscriber count steadily rising and engagement metrics reaching new highs, entertainment analysts suggest that she may be approaching a pivotal point in her career. Although she has maintained a consistent following for years, the speed at which her latest performance gained traction indicates that her audience is expanding beyond her core fan base. This broadening interest could open the door to larger opportunities, including mainstream collaborations, soundtrack features, and invitations to major televised events. Industry insiders also note that her unique ability to merge classical influences with contemporary production gives her a competitive advantage in a saturated market. Unlike many emerging artists who depend on fast-changing trends, Thomas has carved out a timeless niche that appeals to both younger audiences discovering her for the first time and older listeners who appreciate her traditional, cinematic style. This dual audience appeal is particularly valuable in today's landscape, where longevity often hinges on an artist's ability to remain relevant across multiple demographics. Meanwhile, speculation continues regarding a possible AGT appearance, fueled not by hints from Thomas herself, but by the sheer volume of public demand. While there is no indication she will pursue that path, the persistent conversation underscores her growing influence. If the current momentum continues, she may soon find herself at the center of even more significant opportunities, ones that could elevate her from viral sensation to global recognition.